Do you tend to get confused with which is the exact words to fill in while you are doing sentence completion tasks? Are you confused as to whether the words that you shall be using to fill up the gaps will be the exact words from the passage, or are they synonyms of the words that you have underlined? Do you tend to spend a lot of time while doing your sentence completion question tasks? If you're looking for answers of these questions, then kudos, you are in the right platform. In today's video, we will learn every step of solving the IELTS Reading sentence completion question tasks. Hello, this is Arundhati Sengupta from IELTS Material, and in today's video, we shall learn the different strategies to solve IELTS Reading sentence completion question types. If you find the video helpful, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to IELTS Material YouTube channel. Now let us look into the different strategies and tips to solve IELTS sentence completion question types. What is sentence completion questions? Sentence completion questions are more like fill in the blanks. You will be given a set of 4 to 5 questions with gaps in between. You are required to fill in the gaps by using appropriate words from the passage and make meaningful sentences. The main aim of a sentence completion question task is to understand your ability to comprehend paraphrasing as well as synonyms. Steps to follow while answering IELTS Reading sentence completion questions. Number 1. Always read the instructions very carefully. Number 2. Read the question and analyze it. Number 3. Spot the keywords in the sentence and highlight it. Number 4. Using the keywords, scan the passage to get hold of the correct words to fit into the gap. Number 5. Once you've been able to spot the words, do write the correct spellings and fill in the gaps. If you want to learn from our expert trainers, please book yourself a free demo to IELTSmaterial.com and enroll yourself. Step number 1. Read the instructions very carefully. The instructions will tell you precisely the number of words that you can use to complete the sentences. It generally is in 3 patterns. Use only one word, or use no more than 2 words, or use no more than 3 words and or a number. If you use the wrong number of words, even if your answer is correct, you shall be marked wrong, and hence you shall lose out that precious 1 mark. The instructions will also state very clearly whether you're supposed to use the words from the passage or whether you can use synonyms of the words. Let us look into a few examples of how the instructions are mentioned. You get an option of choosing 1 word only, or you might get an option of choosing no more than 2 words. The third option will give you the right to choose no more than 3 words and or a number from the passage for each answer. You have to strictly follow the word limits in order to get the answers correct. Step number 2. Read and analyze the questions in great details. The purpose of doing this is to enable you to speculate the right answer. It is actually a waste of time if you read the passage before you understand and analyze the question types, because you will not be sure of what you are actually looking out for. For instance, question number 1. The type of random jittery movement of tiny particles is called. So when you're looking into this question, you know that you are basically looking out for a type of movement which is always a noun. So you should check the passage keeping in mind this particular aspect. Similarly, when you're looking into question number 2, you know that you are possibly looking out for an object that will fill in the gap. Step number 3. highlight the keywords. Once the actual meaning of the sentence is understood, it is always easier and better to highlight the keywords. When you highlight the keywords and look for it in the passage, you will save a lot of time in trying to read everything in details. Highlighting the keywords will help you to find out the correct answer in a shorter span of time. Here is an important tip. Always remember to pick the keyword which is closest to the blank. For example, tiny particles. So you are actually looking out for the keywords which describe the tiny particles. So the word out here is random jittery movement of tiny particles. So this word or these three words, if you are able to locate it in the passage, will help you to find out the answer faster. Similarly, in the second question, when you are able to locate the word collapsing, it will help you to find out the correct answer for question number 2. Step 4. Scan the passage to locate the correct answer and locate a particular word or a number. The keywords are most of the time present in the passage, but at times you will have to locate a word which is synonymous to the keyword. For example, in question number 1, movement is directly mentioned in the passage, whereas in question number 2, collapsing is a synonym of the word crashing. So once you are able to locate it, the answers become fairly easy. Step number 5. Read and identify the right answer. Immediately after locating the keyword, stop. Read the entire sentence and find out the correct answer. For instance, in the first question, the moment you come across the words particular type of movement, stop. Read the entire sentence and you will realize that Brownian motion is what you are looking out for. Similarly, once you've been able to understand what the synonym of the word collapsing is, which in this case is crashing, stop. Read the entire sentence and you'll understand that molecules of water is your correct answer. Now, since you can use not more than 2 words, your correct answer becomes water molecules. Here's a practice question. Take 2 minutes and try to solve it by following the strategies that we've just discussed. Let us now review the answers. The very first thing that you have to keep in mind is the instructions which are given over you. It states no more than 2 words. Now, moving on to question number 1. Your key words in this case are large groups of people. So large groups of people are the words that you should quickly try to scan and locate in the passage. It is there in the 3rd line. Experts have recommended treating large groups at risk of infection. The moment you spot, read the entire sentence. It states, is this mass approach worthwhile? So the answer out here is worthwhile because the scientists are not very sure whether the mass approach is to be applied or not. So and another giveaway to this particular answer is the question mark out here. Whenever you have doubt, which is a word which is used in the question, you always have a lot of questions in your mind. So out here, worthwhile is your correct answer. Moving on to the next question. The experts call the debate. This is a fairly easy one. Try to locate the line. The debate out here is mentioned in line number 5. So the debate has been dubbed worm wars. Since it is quote unquote, it is even easier to find out the answer. Called, the synonym is dubbed. Moving on to answer number 3. Now, it is always advisable to read not only the question till the gap, but also to finish up the line and pay a lot of attention to the words which are after the gap. So here, the crux is hookworm larva and what happens before they are swallowed. So try to look out for hookworm larva in the passage. Once you have located it, read the full line. It states that hookworm larvae can get into the blood vessels, make their ways to heart and lungs before they climb up to the esophagus and be swallowed. So your answer is esophagus because before being swallowed, they are out here. Last answer, although dangerous, worms are rarely. So your crux words are worms are rarely. Now, rarely is not mentioned, but a synonym of the word rarely is not usually. So if you read the entire line, you will realize that the answer is fatal. And although is another giveaway to the answer because even though they are dangerous, they are not really fatal. So you know that you are looking out for a word which is in some way contradictory to the word dangerous. Hope it was very simple and you've been able to get all correct answers. I hope you've understood the way in which IELTS reading sentence completion questions should be approached. If you want to excel in answering IELTS reading sentence completion questions accurately, please do follow the steps that have been explained in this video. If you've found the video helpful, please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to IELTS Material YouTube channel for more free learning and stay updated. Thank you.